I've been thinking that 2021 might be the year that we should all just shut up and DJ and let the music do the talking. Now, why would I say a thing like that? Am I picking on anybody? No, I'm not. And I've done a handful of events in the last couple months since we've had restrictions lifted here in Wisconsin. And every one of these events has something in common. They're not very interested in what I have to say over the microphone. And I don't believe it's because there's a problem with my microphone itself or the volume. In fact, I'm running compression on a mic, it's good and clear. And I know how to MC an event. I mean, I could take somebody's class on this and learn something, but I think I could also teach one. I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm pretty effective. However, I'm reading the room. We talk about reading the room and reading the crowd a lot. And what we don't talk about sometimes is kind of reading the climate of the world right now and think about what's going on. People have been on lockdown for a long time. Some of you are still on lockdown. You're not open yet. So you know what I'm talking about. Now, nobody's been partying, haven't been very social, definitely haven't been dancing, having fun. Now they have the opportunity. And consider that for the last year and several months, they've been listening to the government tell them what's going on with this pandemic, and they've been listening to politicians, and they've been listening to the opposition of the doctors and the politicians. Everybody's got something to say about this. Everybody's monologuing constantly. People have been sitting patiently listening to somebody making noise in the last year and few months. Maybe they're done listening to people talk. Maybe it's time that they can talk, that they can dance, that they can enjoy themselves and not worry about something I have to say over the microphone. They just want to dance. That's been the vibe I've gotten. I did an event 2 weeks ago, and the client didn't want me to say anything. I mean, they had no instructions, just jam tunes. But the venue wanted me to say stuff. Need everybody to be seated for dinner, 10 minutes before dinner, 5 minutes before dinner. There's additional seating upstairs. The bar is open. The bar is closed. Please wait for your tables to be dismissed. Please, remember, wait for your tables to be dismissed. It went on and on. They kept coming up to me and saying, could you make an announcement about this? Can you make an announcement about that? I want to be helpful. I really do. But people were completely ignoring me. And it's not because they couldn't hear me. They just didn't want to hear anybody telling them anything. They just wanted to do their thing. I mean, you have to say some things. You have to announce a bride and groom into the room. You have to announce a wedding party. But think about editing your speech as much as you can and not monologuing at these events. And I know some of you are selling the love story, and there may be clients who are willing to buy this. They think it's a great idea, and you do very well with it. But I don't know that it's a responsible thing to do to sell this right now. I think it's important to be aware of what the climate might be right now out there. People may not want to hear this. They want to do the talking for once. They want to talk to people they haven't talked to in a long time, or meet new people, or just do things other than sit and listen to more monologuing. You know what I mean? I mean, back in the old days, way back in the old days, in the 80s, I used to do a lot of talking over the microphone. We almost had to, because we had to win our crowd over, so they liked us, so they'd dance, so they'd stick around. We would be very interactive and clap your hands and do this and do that. And the reason I think we did a lot of that is because most of us DJs, unless you were lucky, didn't have every great song at your disposal. You had to work with what you had. So you had to win them over as a personality so they'd stick around. But, since probably, I would say, the 90s, I've been letting the music do the talking more and more. And I've been editing my speech more and more. I do as little filler as possible. I get to the point. I make sure I have their attention and say what I have to say, and I'm done. And I've got compression on the mic, so I don't have to scream into the mic. I can speak normally, and it's booming loud, and they can hear. So it's been a long time coming for me where I speak less. But then, anytime I have an event where the client wants me to talk a lot, I get nervous. I've got a quinceañera coming up in 2 weeks, and they want me to say a lot of things. And they have a lot of pageantry that they want to do, which is what you do at a traditional Mexican quinceañera. But I know that it's going to be very hard for me to get everybody's attention over and over and over again for all the things they want to do. It's going to be harder this year than it's ever been before because this is the current climate I feel like we're living in right now. If I can have their attention, great, but I'm not counting on it. I don't know how well this is going to go. We're going to try. I'm going to do my best. I always do my best. But I would never suggest to anybody that I spend more time on the microphone. So what you got to say, get out and let the music do the talking. I think that's the way forward for 2021. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. Do I make any sense? Am I insane? Let me know. And please, just as always, know that I appreciate you watching these videos, supporting the channel. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Practice and enjoy.